superb. Of course, we've got the grand final to come after this, but give us your energy for this losers bracket final. We're going to start off here with Eco from Team Mantra.
Yeah, and Eco's going to be going for these plasma nades, and he's going to use them to try and probably insta whoever on TOX is going for rockets right now. Just catch APG off guard, but APG is never caught off guard with the BR in his hands. He's got the hottest 4 on the circuit. He's had it for about a decade now, and he teaches Eco, you better shoot when you first see me because I've got this in my pocket.
Lxthul's managed to get the first overshield of the game. You saw Ace had the rockets, and Ace has managed to escape momentarily. He now retreats back to his side, and Lxthul's doing a lot of damage at the moment, but it isn't quite turning into kills. As I say that, though, he manages to take down Ace, and he has managed to advance up the map, and that big snipe there from APG onto snipe down creates an opening now. And with those rockets being down at the long haul as well, I think APG might have been able to recycle those. Perfect opportunity here for TOX to strike first.
Yeah, APG was able to trade with Eco in the Mauler right there, which is going to open up the entire long haul side of the map for TOX to finally be able to run a flag through camo. They did not have this happen one time when they were playing against Lux in the winners finals, but they're so quick to fix their mistakes as usual. TOX starts the game up 1-0.
That's what you wanted if you're a TOX fan. That's what you wanted if you're a TOX player. To see that first opportunity be converted into a flag cap. Now we're going to see Snakebite pushing down. Great shots though from Snipe Down will slow down that push. Oil 2 now with the sniper rifle trying to line one up. Does manage to get the trade as that plasma grenade does enough damage to make that beatdown a viable option to complete that kill. Snipe Down now getting aggressive, trying to be a little bit sneaky again as APG pops back out and hits some nice shots himself. A little bit of help coming in here as we now hop over to Ace. Should have a fairly comfortable kill here on Lxthul. Gets caught off guard just a little bit by that flank. And now you're going to see maybe these two teams move over towards the snipe side of the map as that overshield will be popping in around 10 seconds.
Yeah, we haven't seen any of APG's screens, but we've seen them from the members of Mantra's point of view, and he hasn't missed a shot, it seems like. It's such a pain to play against a player that's not missing, especially one as aggressive as APG. That bodes well if you're a TOX fan right here. Overshield coming up very shortly, and TOX gets the slays in order to kind of get control of this side of the map. There's going to be a third player. Is APG going to be forced to burn this overshield? No, he's got help on bridge. He's going to be able to pick it up. That overshield's at 38. TOX in complete control of the power-ups and power weapons in the first 2 minutes so far.
Yeah, great play there from APG. Good aggression to push back the players on Team Mantra, allowing his teammates to move up and giving him that extra few seconds just to back up himself and get that full overshield. So as you say, time on that one for TOX Gaming. Maybe not quite the perfect time on it for Mantra, which is going to make that next overshield pickup a little bit more difficult. Here's an easy double kill for APG. Almost picks up the triple. Eco's going to be taken down to low shields as well. And I won't be surprised to see APG do exactly what he's doing here, trusting his teammate to pick up that final kill and moving it towards where those kills have just gone down.
Yeah, I want to see how TOX plays these rockets that are about to spawn. Mantra spawning high side of the map is going to be in control of the green area. I love this play by Royal 2. He knows he's in trouble. He knows he's getting collapsed on. He's going to try and waste the ammo, knowing that APG is capping the second flag and giving TOX such a strong 2-0 lead in the first 3 minutes. This is not the same TOX that we saw play against Lux earlier. This is a TOX that is executing their flag runs to a T.
2 pulls, 2 caps. This is the TOX that we are used to seeing, just ruthless in how they move objective, in how they pick up kills, and how they move across the map. There is a chance here for the flag to be moving though, but 2 spawns straight in front of that player. Should have caused some sort of a problem, but Ace had the rockets in his pocket, and with that 1 rocket picks up a double kill and now has the opportunity to move that flag through the long haul.
Yeah, the resources that TOX had to use in order to cap that second flag allowed an opening for Mantra to push through camo. Ace, Eco, the duo pushing in, getting the double kill and continuing to run the flag with both staying alive. This is a major opportunity for them to stop the bleeding and get some power control of their own. They finally get the first cap in, and what feels like they finally can turn this into a match.
Overshield going to be popping as well. Team Mantra showing that this isn't going to be an easy ride here for TOX Gaming. 38 was the time. There is that overshield. Ace will pick it up. So now they have the time on that overshield again. And now all of a sudden, Team Mantra seem to have found a little bit of chemistry here, Wes. The pushes are starting to come in and they're starting to look effective.
Yeah, this is exactly what you want as a Mantra fan. Ace doing a great job of immediately getting that overshield into the flag. I want to see him pick up a few kills before he tries to run this. He does spot APG on the cuts here, letting some nice shots. Does not trade the melee. That's a major plus in Ace's advantage because he knew he was up in shots. Does get pressured by another member of TOX, though, and it looks like TOX has stopped this push right now, and I think that that was an opportunity for Mantra that they made a few too many mistakes and were not able to get the kills.
So back to a reset here on the map. You can see Ace trying to push the pace here on the long haul, but can't move too quickly down that long haul due to those grenades coming in. So you're seeing 4 players from TOX set up on their side of the map, and it almost becomes a Team Slayer game here. A game of cat and mouse. Who can get that first pick as they move up through the green box, through the long haul. You see Lxthul's the one who's trying to lead that charge, as you would expect, Wes. Such a selfless player as Royal 2 has also picked up a new sniper rifle. And on the other side of things, guess who's got it? It's Sniped-down.
Yeah, this is such a special moment. This is the moments you think of. Middle of the game, pit flag. You need your best player to make a play for your team. It's Sniped-down, it's Royal 2 with the power weapons. Which one of them is going to catch the other one? We see Royal 2 gets the jump, but is unable to land the headshot. Sniped-down gets away with his life, and then re-challenges as Royal 2 is distracted by his teammate. Yes, Royal 2 took down one member of Mantra, but not without getting his face ripped from Sniped-down.
Yeah, a couple of headshots were traded. The big one, though, was from Sniped-down, taking that sniper out of the hands, even though it might only be momentarily, of Royal 2. Such a vital thing to make sure you're consistently doing. Sniped-down now repositioning himself, looking on the sword, just waiting for that shot onto APG. Couldn't quite land the second one, and if you look at the kill feed as well, you'll see 2 kills went down, and it was Snakebite who managed to get those. Lxthul has managed to move in to get the rockets. There's a double kill of his own. 3 players fall for Team Mantra.
Yeah, and Royal 2 off screen, actually on screen thanks to Richie Hines, is picking up the new overshield. He went right back for a snipe that Sniped-down took him out with. And it's like, yeah, you got rid of me once, but I'm back, Sniped-down, and I'm taking your team with me. And Royal 2 is just going to create this opening right here with this double kill for TOX to be able to push in, and this could be an opportunity for them to end game 1.
APG picks up one. Pistola's the last man alive. As you see, Lxthul is the player who's going to be moving in on that objective, and now the entire high side of the pit has been cleared here by TOX. A big stop here from Ace, but is it enough to slow down this TOX machine?
Yeah, I need to see Royal 2 stay alive and play his life here. Do Mantra know he's there? They certainly do now after he's able to shoot that first shot. Royal 2 playing his life, begging for a teammate to spawn high side to try and get some help. It doesn't look like they're going to be able to continue this flag run. Mantra looking to push through the base. Royal 2 staying at the flag. This is a very interesting opportunity for Mantra to kind of get control of Tox's base and leave Royal 2 behind.
Yeah, and we were talking about big defensive plays in the last series that Lux were making a lot on this game type. We were talking about Gabriel and how he was managing to make them. This time, it was Eco with a big defensive play. And the only issue is here, you can see, Royal 2, by moving out of those spawns, and these kills, being picked up in the base, means that those low side spawns are going to be coming in, maybe a chance to move it as Snakebite. And 2 headshots in a row, but again, not enough players in position here for TOX to get a pull.
Yeah, nobody else on TOX was there to pull that flag once APG goes down. And it's really an unfortunate situation. APG's still on the first, actually. It was another member of TOX that went down, but APG gets a double, and this is going to create yet another chance for TOX to get a flag pull. But I want to see someone from TOX take this flag from APG. It's not going to be Snakebite. He still has a snipe, and I do not want him to drop it for the flag.
But somehow, Ace has managed to sneak behind again. He gets taken down by Lxthul. One player almost disrupting this flag run once more, but what a beatdown that is from Lxthul! And Royal 2 combines. The flag is now moving. Somehow, these two have managed to combine together to get the kills, but it's not enough again.
No, great nade by Pistola there. If he doesn't get that nade onto Royal 2, Royal 2 is able to get that flag in the camo, and then Snakebite with this overshield would have been able to get a touch, but now TOX is kind of forced to play this slow and like reset the map almost. They do have overshield, which is an advantage, but it gets stuck. And Pistola with the massive double kill stick on the overshield. That is the opening that Mantra needed. That
is him shutting down a huge opportunity for TOX to move forward, and just like that, Eco has seen exactly what the lay of the land is, and he's getting aggressive on the TOX flag. A fantastic grenade, though, from APG is going to shut that down, but how many big plays is it going to take here from one of the Mantra players to stop this aggression coming in from TOX? They've controlled the map, but it's the same story, Wes. They have a lead, but you could argue this game should be over.
3 dead for TOX Gaming, and Mantra looking to push into the Needler, looking to push into the flag. You see Ace in the corner of Sniped-down's screen, pulling the flag, running it flat, and Sniped-down having a sniper in his hands. This is an excellent position as Ace misses the jump in the green, so Sniped-down's kind of forced to run this himself.
Big opportunity here for Ace to pick up kills. It's going to be Eco who's picked that one up now. You can see Pistola is doing all he can, and for all the opportunities again that TOX have had, Mantra have tied up the game.
TOX started this game off so hot, going up 2-0 in the first 3 minutes. Mantra being able to weather the storm and create some openings for themselves to find themselves back 2-2 in sudden death. This is such a remarkable gameplay from all 4 members of Mantra to be able to summon that kind of power and not just fold under the pressure of a 2-0 lead in a game like Pit Flag.
Eco's trying to get aggressive here, maybe a little bit over-aggressive in that particular circumstance that he found himself in. Royal 2 now going back to the sword, trying to pick off a few players, find Snipe down. Another player on top of the tower, and you don't want to challenge him at this point. Snakebite again with a headshot in our feed. 2 snipers in the hands of the guys of TOX Gaming, and not only that, if we go over, you'll see an overshield has just been picked up by Lxthul as well.
Yeah, Ace just a little bit too late to go for that overshield. Snipe down getting caught as well. Snipe down, and he's pretty much trapped here on this sword ramp. He should be going down to Lxthul. Lxthul's going to take his time, though. There's no reason to kind of overextend for this kill, although TOX not able to do anything with that overshield. Snipe down actually regaining his shields and outplaying Lxthul right there. There's a big kill by Snipe down and the rest, and that's 2 straight overshields that individual players have been able to take out of the hands from Mantra. I mean, that's unbelievable that they're able to kind of weather these storms and win in these losing conditions that they've been put in due to the power-ups and power weapons.
I want to watch a little bit of Pistola at the moment, because every time that I see the kill feed, Pistola is picking up such a vital kill in such a vital part of the map, whether it's opening up a lane for the guys on Mantra to push, whether it's making a huge defensive play to stop a player who's in position. He is getting aggressive, he is putting the pressure on, and you can see it now. Mantra's starting to make TOX feel a little bit uncomfortable.
Yeah, I want to see Royal 2 kind of get out of sword with this snipe, because he's been here for a few minutes now and he hasn't really gotten any production done. I love this rotation. He's going to go long haul, hopefully, and be able to support his team high side, because that's where they predominantly want to run this fight. That's where TOX and the majority of your top teams run the fight. They run it high side. So Royal 2 needing to be on that side of the map to support. Lxthul gets a kill, and he also gets some free shots on the Ace on the flag as Royal 2 runs the flag.
The final flag going in here for TOX. I've got to look across my screen and see if there's anyone in position. Eco's managed to flank through just momentarily, but he's going to be pretty much the only player alongside Snipe down who can do anything. Pistola now desperately trying to push across, but the flag is moving. I'm not sure that Pistola's in position here. The rocket comes in, and Snakebite will get the 3rd and final cap on the board. But again, Meta worked so hard for that victory.
Yeah, I mean, the way TOX started that game, you really thought that this could just be a wipe and that they could just be that much better than a non-practice Mantra. But Mantra had so much resiliency throughout that entire game to be able to combat, to fight back. And I think it just came down to too many power weapons in the hands of TOX, right? We saw multiple players with snipes, with rockets at the end. And that's really who's going to win this series, is who's going to control the power-ups and power weapons. When you get to this high skill caliber players.
A whole point of it, of course, but having held them in such high regards and having seen them have struggles in the previous series against Lux, just look ahead and you think they need to address those situations, and hopefully they can do. But we're moving into our 2nd game now of the series. 1-0 here to TOX, and it's going to be 1-0 in this particular game, but only for a moment. Our Construct Slayer, a game type that we saw TOX once again struggle against their opposition the last time we saw them play it. Is this going to be the same story, or are TOX going to show us exactly what they're made of?
Royal 2 doing a good job of making that player work every second for that kill, not giving up a free death. That's going to matter when it comes to getting rocket control. As you see, Ace lit up as soon as he goes for rockets. And it's all bought because of the time that Royal 2 was able to give the rest of TOX to get up top and to combat Ace before he's able to get away scot-free with those rockets. Rockets did fall. It looks like Eco might be going for him right now. Ace trying to support him from the open ramp, but TOX really controlling lobby right now, and that's what you want in Construct.
Well, this is an interesting situation, though, as you see Snakebite pick up another kill. When we saw the last game between Lux and TOX Gaming, a lot of the time it would be power weapons and positioning on the map in control of Lux, which was why it was so difficult to break. But the fact that Pistola here has a couple of rockets to work with, actually 4 rockets to work with, excuse me, if he can find a pick, or maybe he can be the player to get that next camouflage, there's an opportunity to create an opportunity here.
Yes, typically it's the rocket guy that has the top control, right? You never really see rockets being controlled by the team that's stuck on the bottom of the map, but they have to be careful. They do not want to lose these rockets. Fortunate for them, APG threw the snipe off the map at the beginning, so they don't have to worry about a sniper. A big pick off by I Got Your Pistola as they're waiting for this next camo to spawn. If they can get Pistola with camo rockets, it's going to give them a great opportunity to try and break this top setup of TOX and get some control of their own.
And the crazy thing about that is you got to think about what that information that gives to TOX as well, as we see Lxthul trying to get aggressive on these players down low. Eco picks up one, and that's going to be 3 players falling in quick succession as TOX try and make the push onto that camo player. But Pistola has done exactly what he would have wanted. Mantra have won that fight. And although teammates are falling across the map here, it gives Pistola an opportunity to get a little bit sneaky here with that power weapon.
Yeah, if I'm Pistola, I'm telling my teammates, I want you to lift, I want you to make noise, I want you to do it so that I can create a distraction for me, so I can push with these camo rockets and pick off a few kills without TOX having the freedom of looking for me everywhere. And it looks like they're doing just that. Ola getting into lobby with these rockets, picking up an easy double kill, and now he's gonna have Royal 2 sandwiched with Ace at gold. Lxthul takes out Ace at gold, and now TOX is all gonna be stuck at gold, but Ola's out of rockets, so this is a great opportunity for Mantra to finally get some map control and finally trap TOX like they were trapped down low.
Pistola still has a bit of camo to work with as well. That's a great grenade, but look at the movement there from Snakebite, making himself as difficult a kill as possible. But Mantra now, with a big triple kill from Snipe Down, have turned this game on its head. 2-kill lead, 18-17, as Snakebite comes in and manages to pick off 1 player.
Yeah, I Got Your Pistola still alive with this camo. That's such a great use of the first camouflage coming up. The second set of rockets, though, I'm looking on everyone's screen. I do not see them right now. I'm wondering where they went and who might have them, or are they on the floor? Multiple members of Mantra and TOX Gaming fighting for lobby control. It looks like TOX is going to be able to break in.
Yeah, and Snakebite's managed to flank through as well. He will get taken down, but it was his initial 2 kills that created the opportunity, and there are those rockets. So TOX Gaming now have managed to pick up the rockets. They've got the second power weapon here on this map. At 21-21, they need to put these to use. And those rockets just aren't going to get it done.
Yeah, and I believe this player did just get a blank rocket on the player in open. He did end up reloading it and getting that kill, but not before going down. And this is a major fight for lobby control right now. Lxthul, Eco, who's going to come out on top? Eco gets a little bit of help from Snipe Down. And now TOX looks like they're going to be stuck on the bottom of the map.
Ammo has popped, as you can see there. Royal 2 will be the player who is closest to it. And now we're going to see if TOX can wrestle back control. This is where they struggled in the last game that we saw them, and Eco, as you saw up there, is just situated in that purple lift with those rockets.
And similar to what we saw in the Halo 5 2v2s, they are not picking up this camo until much later, so they have an exact time, and the next time that camo's coming up, Mantra doesn't have a clue when it comes up. It's going to be a very frustrating moment if Mantra is on the bottom side of the map and they're waiting for camo and they don't have the time. I love this play by TOX. You typically don't see something like this, but the game is slowed down to the point where they're able to get away with it.
So then, the action has subsided for just a moment. So we watch how TOX Gaming are going to put the pieces together on this push.
Right now, Mantra, right now, looking at the screens of Mantra, they're all hectically looking for a camo player that does not exist yet. Royal 2 just picked up the camo. Mantra sitting here wondering where this camo player is. They're going to start to second guess themselves and start to check corners that they shouldn't be checking because Royal 2 picked it up so late.
And I wonder as well if this is a little bit of a even smarter play than we realized, because he's actually waited for the camouflage to pop up there, Wes, at the same time that sniper rifle is going to pop up. Fantastic thinking here from TOX Gaming to not only get a camouflage, but put the sniper rifle and the camouflage in the hands of Royal 2.
Yeah, that's next level thinking right there. 200 IQs from TOX and Royal 2. I mean, this is exactly what you want. If you're stuck on the bottom half of the map, you might as well be stuck there with Royal 2 with camo snipe, right?
Didn't quite pick that headshot off on the open street, and you can see that has at least maybe distracted enough that there's a way for Snakebite to get up top. Eco showing great patience here himself. You have to remember, the longer that Royal 2 is down low, the less that camo is going to be effective. But Ace picks up 1 kill, manages to trade it out on Snakebite, but that has at least allowed Royal 2 to get up top. And now that camouflage has disappeared, Wes, you have to say maybe they didn't make the most of that, and the back smack is going to shut down the push.
The idea behind getting the camo in the snipe was great. The execution was not there for TOX. Mantra doing such a good job of not giving Royal 2 any opportunity to get a kill, and I really am questioning why Royal 2 decided to stay on the floor the entire time of that camo duration, right? Like, Royal 2 could have tried to get up top, maybe go up open ramp or whatnot, and try to get a better angle, because from the floor, you can't really see much.
Big shots there from Ace as well. Takes down that Rocket player. Still just a 3-kill game, though. That's the thing we have to remember. This isn't a case of Mantra running away with this. 4 kills now, the difference. As Eco picks up another one, that'll make it 5 as he's taken down back to a 4-kill difference between these two teams.
Right. And this entire time, it feels like Mantra has been in control of lobby, and TOX pushing close street right now. Has 3 dead for Mantra. Mantra spawning mid-gold. This is bad news if you're a Mantra fan. If they don't get off this mid-gold spawn, TOX will have an opportunity to spawn kill them. Fortunately for them, Snipedown knows that information and gets immediately into basement to give his teammates that are currently spawning some cover. But now, like I said, Mantra is on the bottom side of the map, and they picked up the late camo already.
So Pistola has the opportunity to make an impact once again. Last time he had this camouflage, it really did allow Mantra to get up top and break the TOX stranglehold. We saw how Royal 2 tried to play it. Quite go to plan, but that sniper rifle is going to be dropping pretty soon as well. I'll be interested to see if Pistola tries to do something similar to what we saw. He's been spotted out by APG here, so has to change his route up top. Slowly takes it down, and his movement is going to fool APG, and that's going to be the opening they need.
Yeah, great play by Pistola to kind of open up the map for the rest of Mantra to lift up, to maybe get some kind of control, and immediately Ola drops into basement, no shield, plays his life, saves the camo. APG does spawn and end up picking up a double, though, so no gain, no map control was gained from that play from Pistola, unfortunately, for any Mantra fan out there.
And all of that, Snakebite, managed to get down and pick up that new sniper rifle. Could be a player trapped in open lift here, and that's a great shot to clean that one up. Eco with some even better shots with the battle rifle there. And now he's going to be pushing in on lobby. He needs to finish off one of these kills, but 2 TOX players combined. Now TOX are in the lead as we cross the 40-kill mark in this game.
What teamwork by APG and Lxthul there to be able to melt Eco before he's able to finish either one of those kills. That should have been an easy double for Eco, but they land all 4 of their shots together, combined, to take him out and create the opening that TOX needs to maintain the map control that they have right now into lobby. And it's like Mantra is trying to force their way into lobby, but it seems like they are so unsuccessful with every attempt.
Yeah, Royal 2 is going to have a flank here at top gold as well. It's going to be Ace who wins the battle against Royal 2, keeping this game close. Snakebite, though, comes in, a 3-kill lead with only 3 kills needed to close out this game. And with APG with a sniper, there might be the opportunity here for TOX to close this one out. There's the 49th, just the 1 more needed. Royal 2 goes in for the triple. He will close the game out with some help from Snakebite. And TOX Gaming go up by 2 in the series, but what a fantastic insight that was into the brains of how some of these Halo players work.
Yeah, unbelievable patience from TOX, right? Now, I'm very surprised that we never saw anyone from Mantra drop down and check on the camo, right? They were just assuming that TOX was going to pick it up, and they were just confident. Game 3, I wouldn't surprise me if it went the same way.
So TOX with a chance to go up 3-0 in this series and put themselves within 1 more game. In fact, their shot of revenge against Lux Gaming in our grand finals later today. We're going to start this one off with Royal 2 as he gets taken down almost immediately by Ace. That will be an early burn on the camo as well. And it was Ace who actually picked up a double kill off screen.
Yeah, and TOX in a lot of trouble right now. Last player alive for TOX, APG, spawning his teammate's screen right now. And if you're Mantra, this is a good sign as long as you're able to stop the push that APG is trying to pursue. Up elbow right here. Ace does spot him, gets him to no shield. And Ace is actually going to be recovering a shield as well. It'll be interesting to see if Mantra decides to play this ball or not.
They should do. It looks like they're trying to bait it in, though. There will be a play ball coming in. Actually, that odd ball's still down, excuse me. And there is that odd ball. Maybe that's a little bit of a misplay here. Snipedown manages to pick up 1 kill. APG's going to be in a 1v1. And the trade comes in. That odd ball's still down in a precarious position here for Mantra. Maybe that's a little bit of a mistake, not getting that off the map.
Yeah, I'm going to consider that a mistake, because right as we say that, TOX picks up the ball, and if they're not able to spot Eco, he might have a plan to disrupt the setup that they're potentially trying to force. But if he can't get a few kills with the snipe, then it's going to be an opportunity for TOX to get a setup. Fortunately, Eco picks off Snakebite, and the rest of Mantra follows suit, and Eco picks up the ball wisely. Every second in Guardian Ball has counted today, and I'm sure they were aware of that.
You couldn't have said it better. Unfortunate spawn there for Snakebite, straight into the reticle of Eco. And after that unfortunate spawn, he made someone else pay. The double kill is going to mean there's a 4v2 situation on the map here. Time is now racking up at 22 seconds as Snakebite comes off the respawn. At least this time, he gets to fire back at Eco.
Eco needs to be careful to dodge a few nades that are coming from the TOX side, but he's doing a phenomenal job of anchoring the snipe setup right here. He's going to have the snipe landing the nice double body shots on a roll too. Somehow, a player gets from top middle to S3 without being seen, and that's going to be very unfortunate for him and the rest of Mantra as TOX break this ball setup, but not without going down 28-2.
Yeah, good stick there from Snakebite as well, which is going to mean he can get the sniper rifle back, but one thing he can't get hold of, unfortunately for him, is that oddball. It gets reset, it gets thrown off the map, and it looks like the camouflage has been picked up as well. It's Ace who's managed to pick that up on the other side of things, so we have a camo versus a snipe as Ace makes his way across top mid.
Yeah, I love this play by Ace. He's going to immediately just run top middle without being seen by TOX and catch Royal 2 off guard. Players that are running top middle are not being seen right now by either team, and Ace taking full advantage of that to break TOX's setup and to find the snipe into his hands. The new snipe has dropped. The member from TOX is S3. Will they decide to throw it off the map? No, they decide to challenge Ace and his teammate and to take out 2 in the process.
Gotta be honest, I'm a little bit surprised that Ace didn't notice those players were there earlier. I mean, I could hear the audio cues myself, maybe as those team comms nice and loud, and couldn't quite locate those 2 players, but in the meantime, his teammate managed to get the ball off the map, so not too much damage done. So we see Snakebite now, who's been on fire so far in this tournament, continue that run as Ace gets dropped. Another player gets dropped as well. Snakebite again, sparking TOX into life.
Yeah, I just think it's a testament to how strong Mantra's playing, that it's still 41-2, even though it feels like the kills are going back and forth. Mantra has built themselves a 40-second lead. And although you see TOX with the ball bottom green right now, they are not going to be able to hold this setup for long. We just saw Snakebite go down and snipe. Mantra is going to start to overwhelm this TOX setup at green. APG forced to attempt to play the ball, picks up the Mauler instead, and now the ball was off the map for just a second, but Mantra's right on top of it to be able to bring it right back to snipe and get this lead extended.
4 dead there, a fresh 4 dead. So now we have the opportunity for Mantra to set up around bottom green, around the snipe tower. And I say it every single time, but it's all about that first kill in the team fight. And Royal 2 has taken 1 player down. Now it's a 4v3. Now they can make that push, but great shots here from Ace onto Snakebite is going to even up those numbers for just a second as Lxthul puts some shots across and APG moves in to finish off that kill.
Yeah, I got your pistol, unable to finish Royal 2 S1 right there. And because of it, he gets punished. Eco following suit, punishes the TOX player. We see Snakebite burn Camo. That was a great job by Snipe Down to recognize as soon as he died earlier in the fight, the Camo was going to be spawning. He was going to be responsible for trading that kill out. He did a great job of challenging that player to allow Eco to get an angle.
Royal 2 going to be taken down to no shields as well. Pistola should clean that one up, but he doesn't get there in time because Ace is going to pick that kill up before he can engage Royal 2 and put that final bullet into him. And Ace again has snuck away down to bottom green. Pistola with another kill here. And once again, Team Mantra have the opportunity to get more time on the board.
Yeah, although the kills keep continuing to go back and forth and Ace is unable to play the ball, a 50-point lead for Team Mantra. They are coming to play this game 3. They know they cannot go down 3-0 in a best of 7 to TOX, so they're having something to say about it. They're making the plays that are necessary in order to make sure that that doesn't happen.
The 3 dead here. APG is the last player alive for TOX. You're going to see Ace moving in on that oddball, going to throw it down to bottom blue. So that blue setup that's going to give TOX fans the heebie-jeebies, having seen it be that setup that they were unable to break against Lux Gaming. Good news for them, though, is the fact that they've managed to at least stop that time being racked up early. Big kill from Snakebite again, and now Snipe Down is going to be forced to throw that snipe off the map, as something else looks like he's going to be thrown off the map potentially as well, and that's the oddball.
I think what's speaking out to me right now in this game is Ace's ability to play scrappy objective. It's always been Ace top middle getting the ball so far, and he's been milking the ball in certain specific situations where a team has decided to overslay on the other side of TOX. I think Ace doing such a good job of recognizing that his back is against the wall in this game and that he needs to get the ball in order to win this game. He's doing so.
Royal 2 on the killing spree now. TOX starting to get a little bit of time going on their side of that counter as well. Still half of what Team Mantra have managed to rack up in the last few minutes, though. Snakebite going to take this one under glass. It's going to be APG who wins a battle here at gold as well, and winning that battle means he's going to be able to win the camo as well, but he's so quick on it. Every single camo that we've seen so far, a lot of them have been burnt. Both teams have time on it. Both teams are being able to execute on that camo player.
Yeah, APG unfortunately burns the camo. It would have been a great pickup for him to live with that. Having known that Mantra was spawning green and be able to trap them at green with a camo player top mid would have been the strategy for TOX, but unfortunately, Mantra stopped that before it even had any time to take fruition. And now Lxthul turns around, sees 2 red X's. He is forced to play the ball and play his life. Mantra doing a great job of not allowing TOX to get any sort of a great setup in order to come back in this game.
Big push from Royal too over that man cannon though. Cleans up those kills that was started there by Lxthul. Snakebite pushing in again, and he'll win the beatdown battle against Eco. So kills seem to be going in the favor of TOX. Now with these players spawning up at bottom green, Lxthul's trying to put the pressure on himself. Great shots from him to just stifle them into that spawn and trap them.
Yeah, Lxthul, knowing that his teammates were going to be able to nade that bottom green area and collapse on it, was just trying to do as much damage as possible so that the nades were able to instantly kill the members of Mantra. But Mantra, Pistola figuring out a way to get out of green with his life and breaking the TOX setup. TOX, once again in a Guardian ballgame where it feels like every single time they get any seconds, it's got to be the hardest seconds of their life to try and obtain. There's no setup that they can hold for longer than 20 seconds.
They're making it scrappy, but they're making it count here. Let's keep an eye on that clock. 87 to 62, so only 20 or so points between the two teams. Pistola narrowly misses that shot. I think he actually hit the body though and managed to clean it up almost immediately. There's a headshot onto Snakebite, now relocating his snipe towards bottom green. He saw that grenade come in. That's going to give him information. There's Royal 2. He's taken down, and Pistola is doing it all here for Mantra.
Yeah, Pistola's actually been playing out of his mind all day so far. Every time I watch his screen, he's been going off with the snipe, with the BR. His decision making's on point. This is the Pistola that I remember. This is the Pistola that can carry a team, that makes the plays in order to give Mantra an opportunity to beat a team like TOX.
Royal 2 manages to slow him down for just a second though by taking that sniper out of his hands, but Eco in the meantime has managed to get near that camo. Well, that is a cursed camouflage that we're seeing here in this game. Every single time someone goes near it, it costs them their life.
Yeah, I think that's just a testament to how on top of the ball both these teams are, right? They are not going to give you anything for free, especially a camouflage this late in Game 3. I think that both teams are just on the ball. Shout out to both of these coaches for recognizing each time the camo is coming up and delivering that information to their team in a proper resource.
Once again, TOX Gaming just unable to hold this setup. They had a perfect opportunity, and APG now left again as the last player alive. And not only that, he's actually off the respawn. So everyone dropping again. Your oddball won't be taken away because the kills didn't quite fall in succession for Team Mantra to get in a position to move the oddball back to snipe or back to elbow. With this 20 or so point lead, excuse me, Wes.
Just a 25-point lead. TOX has been able to keep this a game as scrappy as Mantra has been playing this entire time. And as unfortunate as the setups for TOX have been, it's still just a 20-point game. One setup can make the difference up. There are 5 minutes left. So now this clock starts to become a factor. Right now, every second that ticks off the clock is going to be in the favor of the winning team. And look at this play by Snakebite. He's able to get top middle while his teammates create the distraction in order to kind of get some ball time and hopefully tie this game up. This could be an ending for the ages, just as the last two we watched were.
Eco managed to get a stick onto Snakebite there, and I think that was Eco actually up at the snipe tower. Unfortunately there for Snakebite, he took the ball to where his teammates initially were, but a couple of them died, meaning that they respawned near green, and Ace again with a heads-up play to get that snipe off the map, and on his way down, even managed to drop a couple of shields.
Yeah, no one on Mantra in position to take advantage of the shots Ace hit right there. And the ball being down right in front of Snipe. If Royal 2 is able to pick up this kill on the player that lifted S3, they're going to be able to get some ball time. But Eco, with the hottest 4 I've seen today, is going to be able to stop TOX from getting any opportunity here.
Lxthul's having to play slow here. He's having to wait. He's using that oddball as a distraction. That's a comfortable kill to fall into his lap. Another one onto Ace there, and just like that, Eco getting taken down, and that double, essentially a double kill from Lxthul, was allowed for the first time, really, Wes. The ball to get back to blue, but most importantly, as well as the time, this is the first time we've seen camo potentially be effective in this game.
Right, we did see Ace with a push earlier with camo, but TOX has never been able to get their hands on it. It's always been such an unfortunate nade or something that flies in. I really want to see how Snakebite's able to play this. I want to see him play his life and not throw these grenades because he's no longer invisible when he does so. Ace catching him off guard because he decided to throw those nades as a heads-up play by Ace to be aggressive, even if they have the camo, because you can catch them off guard. Rule 2 playing the ball. And now TOX has the lead, but it's only by 4 seconds. 3 minutes left.
Good push there from Team Mantra, but as you say, good time in the grand scheme of things. Great push coming in from Lxthul again. Players are going to be on snipe for him to locate, and again, fantastic shots. That is such a difficult angle to land your BR shots on there from Lxthul, and he is doing so well, backing Eco up, even though he managed to pick up a kill himself. But just keeping those eyes off the oddball from the player on the snipe tower after picking up a couple of kills. Fantastic stuff from Lxthul.
Neither team wanting to make a mistake right here. The first player that gets picked off in a standoff like this will typically lose his team map control, which could potentially be the game with just 3 minutes left. This is a very intense situation. Snipe down on Lxthul, having a one-on-one. We've seen it so many times in the history of Halo. Snipe down on Lxthul. Lxthul wants the challenge. Snipe down wants nothing to do with it. And he pokes back out. Snipe down outplaying Lxthul right there is going to open up the map for the rest of Team Mantra. A huge play by Snipe down to kind of re-challenge that and outplay Lxthul towards the end there.
Can they get the ball back to Snipe? Yes, they can. Team Mantra, somehow, with 1 bullet left before he died, managed to get the ball back to Snipe. Here's the push from Snakebite. The Mauler is good. Eco gets the ball off the map again, and with a 5-second lead, Pistola has to be nice and sneaky here and get behind enemy lines. It looks like Snakebite might know where he is, but APG's in position here to really cause a ruckus for these respawners. Snakebite picks up one. APG in position to pick up another. Pushes in on top gold. APG with a big play in the context of this game. Moves towards top middle, and that's going to be ball time here for TOX.
Yeah, somebody on TOX needs to get that ball. APG does give his life up to get it to green, so it's up to the rest of TOX to try and hold this setup for just a little bit. Every second of ball time matters. Every snipe bullet matters. If Lxthul does not play this snipe, a player from Mantra would have had an opportunity to go off and game and change the outcome of this game. Great play by Lxthul. Even bigger play by APG to get that nade one shot while he's one shot. But this entire time, Mantra's controlling the ball bottom green.
How have they done this? Mantra have managed to get that ball away again. 2 seconds, the lead here for Mantra, and I think they've managed to get the play ball even bigger than that. They've managed to get that ball in a position towards the respawners. Pistola, again, being such a pain, forcing APG into this battle he doesn't really want to take, to put him in a disadvantageous position. And all of that time that Pistola bought has meant that Mantra can get the ball back to gold again.
This entire time, APG is just killing people left and right with the rotation of the ball by Mantra being too great for APG to try and keep up with. The rest of TOX finally able to collapse on the ball guy. But just as that happens, Mantra spawning up his snipe is able to take off the kill. And if they turn this into a stalemate, their game's 40 seconds left. TOX needs this ball, and they need it now.
Pistola just made another huge play there, respawning on the snipe tower. Managed to kill one, managed to get eyes on the oddball. If Lxthul gets away there, that could have been the game going into the hands of TOX Gaming. However, Pistola again manages to make a play. But speaking of plays, here comes Snakebite. He's got the ball in his hands again. Are we going to see this again?
How did he grab that ball? He did not go top middle.
Into the lead. 2 seconds in the lead. Here comes Pistola once more.
Pistola plays the ball.
Ace manages to get the ball in his hands, but it's 1 second. 1 second is all that separates them. Lxthul gets his hands on the oddball. And once again, we have an absolutely ridiculous Guardian ball game.
I can't breathe. Whew. I mean, for Snakebite to know that he can jump and not have to go top middle. Snakebite did not jump top middle to get that ball. He just bumped his head against top middle and picked it up because it was so close to the edge that he knew he could get away with it and sneak into bottom gold to buy his team.
This might not be over.
How close has every game in this series been? And somehow TOX, at the end of every one of these games, has found a way. I would not be surprised if this is a close game. No power weapons on this map. It's onslaught. It's BRs only, boys. Lock the China cabinet, Grandma, because the boys are out to play.
Real 2 picks up the first kill then, and it's going to be immediate pressure here from TOX Gaming, and after winning a game like they just did, you'd be surprised at what that could do for your confidence. TOX Gaming immediately with a flagpole. Ace gets taken down, the flag is across the base, and within a few moments here, I'm pretty sure we might see that first flag cap go in. There it is.
Yeah, TOX starting off onslaught, just like they started the last fight they played, and Pit off with that early cap. How is Mantra going to be able to rebound, knowing that they have such a daunting task of 3 games ahead of them to try and come back in this series? This is overwhelming to these players, but these guys are veterans. If anyone in this world can do it, it's these guys. but they're gonna have to pick it up, and they gotta pick it up fast.
Pistola picks up a kill on the street then. At least that's just gonna calm things down for 2 seconds here for Mantra, because they've just been hit by the storm that is TOX Gaming after that incredible Guardian Ball win. APG now moving around bottom mid. Snakebite picks up another. That's 2 dead here for Mantra. Make it 3 as Lxthul finds a 3rd. And now they can hold forward. Now they can get in the base. And APG, he doesn't need to be asked twice.
Yeah, this is APG's game type. If I know APG at all, and I've known him for a long time, ever since I teamed with him in Halo 3, and he loves Onslaught and Amplify because it's BRs only, and he can kind of showcase his individual skill. We didn't get to see it in that lifespan, but don't be surprised if APG is able to wreak havoc throughout this game.
Lxthul set up here to really start a spawn trap here, and you can see it's working perfectly, trusting his teammates to pick up these final kills. They almost do, but a double kill somehow from Snipedown will slow things down, but will it be enough to stop this run from APG? It doesn't look like it will do.
Yeah, Snipedown doing everything he can to try and stop this flag, but the overwhelming numbers of TOX in the situation was just too much. Snipedown does have excellent shots on the 2 different players of TOX, but now he still finds himself down 2-0.
2-0 then. TOX doubled their lead here. First to 5 flag caps, of course, here on Onslaught. And it just seems like it's taken that game to make TOX click. This is the TOX we're used to seeing. That ruthless aggression that we see from them. It doesn't matter who they're playing. They want to get the job done, and they want to get the job done as quickly as possible. And with a 2-0 start, Mantra, they need to start answering some of these questions.
Yeah, when it rains, it pours, and it feels like Mantra can never get their shields back right now. They're falling under just such unfortunate circumstances. Ace unable to get the melee onto Snakebite there. The nade barely misses Snakebite, and because of it, Snakebite's now full shield, and he's going to be able to pick up this kill up onto
gets taken
Eco.
down by Snakebite again. Every single time we are going to Snakebite's POV at the moment, he is taking a dump on someone.
It's unbelievable how remarkable some of these players are playing right now on both sides. Even Mantra, although we've seen them crawl back in every single game, are they going to be able to do it in this game 4?
TOX are on fire at the moment. You can see it. Every single player is winning their battles, and there's another one. This time it's APG who wins an individual fight. Now we're going to see Snakebite again moving in. Finally, 3 players have to team up to take him down inside the base, but the pressure for this entire game has been on that Mantra base. I can't remember one opportunity for Mantra to even get past the halfway mark here, Wes.
Yeah, it seems like they've just been fighting for air this entire time, trying to get off their spawns. They've been doing a great job of playing some defense, but that's all they can focus on right now because the aggression from TOX just appears to be too much. Multiple members of TOX flood the base. ABG's the first one to grab the fight. We see multiple double kills on each screen from TOX. They got a spawn trap coming up B. No players decide to spawn. Ace is the first one up. And all of these players are going to start taking damage and have no way of getting out of their spawn without killing this player top B first.
And all that means is it is now 3-0 to TOX, so they are set up to possibly pull another flag. Pistola, look at the amount of shots he came under there, as we'll see the killing spree model pop as well. Medal, excuse me, as APG now once again just holds forward, tries to get inside the base. Eco is going to dare to challenge, and APG says, I'm quite happy to take that once again. A huge battle won by APG.
3 dead for the members of Mantra. They're looking for Snipedown right now. He's going to be able to get some solid shots on the APG, but it's just the map control that's so overwhelming right now. The TOX Gaming has not decided to give up all game.
For Lxthul. He's looking for the overkill as well. Snipedown's there. He doesn't quite get it in time, but 4 in a row means that this game is done. This game is dusted. TOX Gaming 5-0. And now they get their chance for revenge.
Yeah, it just appears that for Mantra, the task of going down 3-0 really was just too much for them, and they knew that going into the onslaught flag. It was almost like they folded into that game, and I don't like to say that, but it's just so much pressure, and eventually pressure makes pipes burst or it makes diamonds, and unfortunately for Mantra, the pipe bursted this time around.
Yeah, we got to talk about that soul-crushing oddball game. You guys were casting Onslaught. I had to go back in the past broadcast and just watch the end of it. It was ridiculous, and Mantra was playing so well leading up to it. They were rotating the ball. You had the enemy team pushing through Snipe and collapsing, going to green. They rotated the ball from green to gold to blue. They had those extra seconds, and then at the very end, Snakebite, the ball was on the edge of top mid. Snakebite jumping just far enough to grab the ball off the